Hello everyone. Today this will be the card that we will be making. I've made this one for my granddaughter for her graduation. I thought it was very nice type of a card for her instead of the typical graduation hat. And this is the envelope that I made to go with it. So this is what we're going to be doing today, but we're going to do it in a different color. I will be using Flirty Flamingo. First you'll need an envelope, Whisper White envelope, and I'm using our thick Whisper White cardstock that measures 11 by 4 1/4, 11 inches by 4 1/4 and scored at 5 1/2. And then we will be using the Flirty Flamingo at 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and Whisper White piece. This can be just the thick or the regular Whisper White. I like the thick when I'm doing watercoloring, and that's what I'll be doing a little bit of today. And this is 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 also, but it will be cut down. Actually, I did cut it down already, and let's see how far I went. It is two 5/8 by 2 5/8. Okay, and then you'll need another piece of Flirty Flamingo that measures 3 by 2. And we'll be cutting out an oval with that, and then another piece of Whisper White that measures 2 1/2 by 2, and that will be also cutting out. Alright, now you will also be needing the square dies, square framelets, and that's what you take your 3 1/2 by 3 1/2 for Flirty Flamingo. I used the largest scallop, and I cut out my scallop already, trying to save some time. So that's the largest scallop that you'll need. And then you will also be needing the layering oval framelets. I'll be using this one. It's the second one in from the largest, and that will be used for our sentiment. Well, this I used on the, I used that with the Flirty Flamingo and cut that out. And then I used the stitched labels. I know a lot of dies in this one, but they're real quick because you just need 1 or 2. And this is the second stitched oval that I used. And I've already cut that one out to save some time. And then the stamp set we're using is called Beautiful You. This is also carried over into our new catalog. We'll be using the girl that's dancing in the water, and the sentiment is just celebrate. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I want to go ahead and stamp the girl. She'll be on this piece. Just a moment. Yeah, she's on that one. So let me ink her up, and I'm using Tuxedo Black ink. And I want to make sure that that's nice and even on my grid paper. And excuse my head if I get my head in view here. I'm going to center it on, and then firmly press and let that ink absorb into the paper. Well, the cardstock. There we go. And then I'm going to let this dry for just a little bit, and we'll go ahead and stamp our Celebrate with Flirty Flamingo on our oval, our stitched oval. Make sure that that's nice and straight so I can get my Celebrate on straight. And that came out alright. Well, I got a little bit of ink up here, but I think I can cover that up with the heart. Instead of putting the heart at the bottom, I put it up toward the top to cover that little mistake up. And this we can go ahead and glue onto our other Flirty Flamingo oval. All of these products, you can go to my website at www.craftingtime.stampinup.net to purchase any of the supplies. I would love to be your demonstrator and have your business if you don't already have a demonstrator. And that's done there. And let's go ahead and take one of the hearts and put this over my little ink that got on. There. Now that's all covered up. And then we'll flip it over and we will put some dimensionals on this. And so this is ready to put on our card once we finish doing our coloring on our girl here. So I'll need to take the Flirty Flamingo back out, and I'm squishing on my pad because that's going to put, well, it didn't put enough ink. I need more ink on my bottom tray, and there it is. There's enough. And I'm going to use one of our blender pens with Stampin' Up. I love these blender pens. And you just pick up a little bit of ink and then you start your coloring. Just gently start coloring on there. Because I'm not using watercolor paper, so I don't want to add too much pressure, because if you add too much pressure it'll start separating your paper fiber. And that's not what we want to do. And I want it to stay dark on one end and more light at the other. And this goes fairly quick. Going in little circles. This is a nice, clean, quick card. Like I said, I'm using this one for a graduation card. I just really see a young lady in celebrating her graduation with it. So, and I wanted, like I said, I wanted to have something different than the typical graduation hat. I've done so many of those that you really want to do something different every now and then. And so this one's it. And this one will go to her friend that's also graduating with her. And I want these ruffles just a little darker because it's the underside of the dress. So I'll add just a little more color to accentuate that. And a little darker up in here. And that's all there is to it. And then just clean off your blender pen like that and recap it. And that's all done there. And then we can go ahead and attach this to our Flirty Flamingo backing. And this is just using some glue. I love our liquid Tombow, my favorite adhesive. Gives you wiggle room time, and it holds. It stays stuck. And that's done. And then now we have to just put the card together. And this I'm going to pop up with some dimensionals also. I need to grab another package of dimensionals. Didn't realize I was out. But that's not a problem. I have plenty here. I just really thought I had everything ready for this video. And something will always pop up wrong, but that's okay. Not a problem. So just put some dimensionals down. And I finally got my pre-order of items from our new catalog, so I will be doing some videos with some of our new items coming up. I just have to figure out which ones I want to use first. It's really exciting to get new things to play with. And we have so many beautiful things coming out in our new catalog that'll be coming out in June 1st. And if you need a catalog, just send me an email. Go to my website and drop me an email, and I'll be happy to mail one out to you. You'll be amazed at the new stamps that we have in sets. Okay, now we have this all ready. Oops. And then I want to kind of center it toward the top and make sure that I have basically the same amount all the way around. I'm going to just lay it down to make sure. I need to move it over just a little bit. And that looks good there, so I'm going to pop that down. And then I'm going to take the greeting and then I'm going to center this underneath the design. There we go. And that part's done. Now I'm going to work on the envelope. We have the in the stamp set, it's a 2 case. We have the little paint splat right here, and that's what I'm going to be doing on the envelope. So I need to get my Flirty Flamingo back out. And I'm going to stamp this twice. This time I'm going to stamp off. The last one I didn't. And I just want to see this is a lot lighter. I like that a little bit better. And that's it. And then I'll write her name across the ink there. And this is it for our stamping project today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my videos. That way, every time I put out a new video, you will be notified that it's there for you to watch and enjoy. And if you do need a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator to purchase your items, please go to my website, www.craftingtime.stampinup.net. Thank you very much, and you have a wonderful day. Bye now.